Hello, welcome to OMAT. So glad you're here. It's me, Chemda. We're going to get into the 8 exercises again. But first, I'm going to read you from here a quote from the science of, a quote from the science of taking action. First of all, I love the title, The Science of Taking Action, right? We all want to know how to do it. And this is a TED Talk by Steve Garguilo. Here's the quote. Everything in life that's hard is just a series of things that are easy. You just have to take the first step. And I know you just have to take the first step. That's sometimes the hardest step. But I like what he says about it's a series of things that are easy. So here are 3 takeaways that I got from the TED Talk. Number 1, action is like building a muscle. So you know how you ride a bike and you keep practicing and then all of a sudden it becomes just a thing that you do. And that's action. You keep taking an action, it becomes a little less scary. It becomes a little more you. And number 2, set a time for later. If you keep saying that, everything will get delayed. Do something small right now, whatever you can do right now. So change from I'll do it later to I'll do something small right now. And number 3 is our favorite, ask for help. We love it. Find a mentor, find a friend. They love telling you how to do things, what you should do next, advice, and all of that kind of stuff. So go ahead, ask for advice, ask for help, reach out. And I think the big takeaway is progress, not perfection, as always, and also in this takeaway. So let's get into it. Let's get into really small actions. Our first action is to get present. And sometimes maybe while I'm chatting, you're getting present. You're kind of recognizing that this is what you're doing. That's all present, getting present is noticing this is what I'm doing now. That little leveling up of notice, you might notice something new on your wall, on the tree outside, noticing. Let's keep going. Let's go into our first exercise of gratitude. This is, again, what we could notice. And we're building that action muscle. I'm going to take action on this, and the muscle will become a little bit easier to use. Let's try it today. What do you have to be grateful for? Let's look right now. Let's wrap this exercise for now, finding the water. And I think Steve Garguilo is right. As I practice my gratitude, I'm able to reach for it as a muscle. Like when I used to be sad, upset, if I was crying, if I was feeling in a big mood, especially a negative one, I didn't have the muscle for gratitude. Now, I don't spiral further. I don't double down on my sadness. I use that muscle, right? I know there's something to be grateful for here. And it's as I'm looking for it, it's very difficult to be sad or pissed and also be in gratitude. So that muscle is working out. Let's keep going. Let's build our meditation muscle, our muscle that allows us to interrupt what you want me to think of or what the little, I lack a better word, devilish side of me wants me to think of. I am now going to decide for 1 minute to keep coming back to the thing that I said I was going to pay attention to. Maybe that's my breath. Maybe that's a calmness. Maybe it's a stillness. Let's pick something, sit in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's find our water. What's interesting about meditating for 1 minute is sort of the practice of 1 minute. So now I know when I tell someone, hey, give me a minute, I'm going to think about it, or give me a minute, I need to take a minute before responding. Now I know how long that minute is. It's so short that you can actually ask someone for a minute almost at any time and collect your thoughts, change your thoughts, organize your thoughts. Let's keep going. Let's write it down. It's another way to take a minute. It's another way to decide and to organize your mind. Let's see what comes out when we just start writing through the fear, through any emotion. Let's write right now. Let's wrap that thought. Even if we didn't finish the sentence, we could find our water and find a way to move away from this exercise. Maybe physically. Let's move away to do our sun salutation. A little bit of stretching comes with a few poses. You can do all of them. You could add your own. You could skip every other one. Whatever feels good. Move as slow as you can, and your body will let you know how far you can reach. Let's go. Stand if you can stand, and inhale the arms out and up, reaching up and looking up. Deep inhale here. If you can keep inhaling, keep inhaling. And then when you exhale, fold forward. Let's hang over our feet with our knees as bent as we want them to be. And when you're ready, let's meet in a halfway lift, which now you're straightening your legs. You're straightening your back. It's parallel to the ground, looking up. And let's switch to a high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back. You're in a high plank. Now lower your body all the way slowly down to the ground. Once your whole front of your body is on the ground, push your palms against the ground and your chest will come up, your head will come up. Look up. Let's meet in down dog. Bending the knees and then hips up, upside down V with the body. Stay there for a moment if you like, and then walk your feet forward towards your hands. Then start rising up, meeting your palms above your head and exhaling them down to the center of your chest. Maybe holding it there. Maybe you're 3 poses behind. You can catch up, finding the water. Closing out the yoga practice for right now, but feeling the warmth that we got from moving from pose to pose. Now we're going to pick one pose, which is the plank. If you need your knees down for this, that's fine. But we need our mind and body ready for this. So let's get into that head. What do you think about right before? Maybe you shouldn't think at all. Let's get physically in that ready position. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and now we're up in plank. Get your body up in whatever plank it's capable of today. But because we made that promise, let's follow through. You're in for 10 seconds already. Let's make sure that we're breathing in this pose. Follow the breath for 1 or 2 breaths. And we're in for 20 seconds now. Do you need to grunt your way through this? Go ahead and grunt. Can you take the pain off your face? Do that. For 30 seconds, can you keep telling yourself, I have the strength to be up in this pose. I'm going to find that balance and stay there for 20 more seconds. I am that person who gets up and stays up in a plank pose. And if you're not hurting yourself, go ahead and stay for 10 more seconds. We're at the countdown. This is it. So muster up what you need to, and we're going to go for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Come down off the plank. Catch your breath. Catch maybe a pose or two from the sun salutation or whatever stretch feels good here. However you make your way back, do it nice and slow, or whatever pace feels good. Have some water. And have the credit. Here you go. I should do this after every exercise. Go ahead and have the credit. You tried it. You did that version of it. Let's keep going. Let's break some procrastination. If you keep saying later, let's take that small little step. Let's look for it. Let's find it. Let's see what happens when we experiment with that minute right now. Let's wrap the task for now and find our water. Remembering, progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. That was just a little experiment. We're using our action muscle. So whatever we did, we took action. Let's keep going. Let's take action on this one. The smallest action. Whatever you can for today, but let's warm that muscle up, that connection muscle. Let's see if we can reach out to someone, say hello, I'm thinking about you. Let's take action right now. Let's wrap for now. Find the water. Find a way to be okay with whatever happened in that last minute. We're going to move away from it into our aerobics. We're going to take actual action with our body, and we're practicing taking action. So then when you have to get into a building and there are 3 steps, you're not like, oh, steps. There it is. Let's practice taking action. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Move your body so you can move your body. Exercise it so it keeps letting you use the muscles you can use right now. Keep it going. You're in for 10 seconds. If you haven't started yet, please do now. Now's a great time to start. Go ahead and start it up any which way. Start small, but start. That's 20 seconds. We're almost done as soon as we start. So take the action. Practice the action right here for these 30 more seconds. We have less than half the time. What are you going to do with that time? What are you going to do knowing that there's only 20 seconds left? What kind of energy can you conjure up and put into this exercise? Let's do that. For the final 10 seconds, this is the countdown. Do whatever you can. If you stopped, start again for even 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. And we're done for now, practicing together. How does that feel? Thank you for taking OMAT.